Coach, I think it was your old coach one time that said, a rickety ride's better than a smooth walk?
A raggedy ride is better than a smooth walk, and we all can kind of understand what that means. You know, you got a guy that got that old jalopy, and then you got them guys out there that walking, looking cool, and what would you rather have? We would rather have the regular ride tonight, and it was a gut-wrenching performance by our basketball team. We had some guys that typically play well. Let's say Kai Madden. Kai didn't make a field goal tonight. He had some great looks, but somebody else had to step up and make plays. It's a game of tale of two halves, it seemed like. We shot the ball well. We did a lot of good things in the first half. Second half, man, I tell you, it seemed like we just went cold, stone cold.
But your team didn't, they didn't flinch. The poise was still there, and you were able to find a way to win at the end of the night.
No, we didn't. We didn't panic, and I think we've been in enough games now, tough games, that, you know what, if we just rely on our defense, we know some good things will take place for us. Typically, we've been shooting free throws well, and when we needed it, we did make free throws, so it made the game interesting. But how about Wade? Mardrake's Wade's been sitting there patiently in this game, defensive, giving us some good things, and knocks down a big shot, as the game got really, really close.
Michael Qualls hit a big three for you. Mardrake's Wade hit a big three for you down the stretch. It was one of those nights in the second half, Coach, where not everything was falling, but when you need a big shot, you got them right there at the end.
We did, and again, that just tells you the growth of this basketball team. That you got. There are all kinds of ways you're going to win games, and the key is to find a way to win, because when it's all said and done, there's two columns, the W and the L. I thought Cody did a great job of keeping the balls alive on the glass, really rebound the basketball. We end up getting 18 offensive rebounds. Moses Kinsley gives us two big stick back. It was good to have him back on the floor. And even when he and Bobby out there, you can see a big difference in this basketball team. But shooting, we didn't make shots in the second half. I thought we did settle some for some shots as opposed to attacking the basket, which we've been done well here lately. But again, in this kind of game, coming off that LSU game, there's going to be a drop-off, but we found a way to win.
Seemed like early in the ball game, South Carolina, I think at one point they had a 7-1 advantage in terms of offensive rebounds. But as you mentioned there, you look at the end of the night, you've out-rebounded them on the offensive end by 4. Seems like you kind of took a shot there from them early on, then your guys settled in after that.
Well, we did, and we were making some shots early on. They were getting offensive rebound, but I thought in the second half, when we had to, we kept a lot of balls alive. Moses was tipping them out there, and they gave us extra possessions, and that requires energy. And we had to. I tell you what, with old Benton Williams, I mean, he was on fire. It just seemed like when they found him, he was knocking shots down. Had 29 points. It's amazing when you do a good job on Thornwell, who's been getting almost 20 points a game for him in conference play. Someone else steps up and make plays for him. Kai gets 3 points, a guy that's been scored for us. Bobby, you see he struggled at the line. Had 5 block shots. I thought he did a good job around the basket.
Your team answered a physical challenge tonight, though. South Carolina, you talked about it before the game. They're a physical team. Your guys answered that.
I told our guys, if we're going to win it, it's going to be in the paint. They're going to make it all. It's going to be where it's going to be physical. You're going to be hitting. You're going to get hit. You're going to get knocked on the floor. You're going to get elbowed. And as Bobby got a big one there when he shot the intentional flagrant foul. But the bottom line is you got to bow up and you got to hold your own, and we did tonight.
It seems like this team, Coach, as you play on through this season, more and more, they feel like they're going to find a way to win the ball game. Somehow, some way, they're going to find a way to win the game.
Well, that's what good teams do. They adjust. They adjust as the game goes on. I mean, this game here, we had a nice little lead. They made a run back at us. We had some uncharacteristic turnovers. I mean, when you get 17 turnovers, and I thought our guys were trying to do too much. Sometimes you can get a little cute and do too much as opposed to keeping the game simple. It's a fundamental game. Pass, shoot, make good decisions with the basketball. I thought we got a little fancy with some stuff, and that came back to haunt us. I thought that's why they were able to cut the lead, but we found a way.
And now you prepare to go to Mississippi State later this week and just try to keep the momentum going.
Well, we're going to have to, and they're a team that's leading our league, I think, in steals. So we got to be able to take care of the basketball, and we got to utilize, attack the basket, utilize our size, and they're a quick basketball team. Got good hands, and we got to make shots. You got to make shots. But again, we'll take the W.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks so much.